Lee, a really disappointing result on Saturday. What are your thoughts on this?
Yeah, like you say, it was disappointing. It was disappointing for us. We are hurting as much as the fans are. In the day after the game, it was their heads were down. They never performed. We never matched them, and it wasn't good enough. We set standards at the club from top to bottom. David and I set standards, the board set standards, and it wasn't good enough for Falkirk Football Club, first and foremost. The fans deserve better. The players know themselves. They've got standards that they just never achieved at the weekend, and they know that themselves. We were in yesterday, we were in Sunday through the game, and we had a good meeting, a really good positive meeting about it, and there was a lot of things come out from it, and it's being accountable, holding yourselves accountable for the performance at the end of the day at the weekend. And it was, if you look at the Clyde game compared to the Cove game, it was night and day. The energy levels, the work rate, working for each other, it just wasn't there Saturday. There was flashes and there's incidents in the game that happen, but at the end of the day it's about getting back to basics, doing the things that have got us our success, our work rate, our shape, working to our shape, working properly, working as a team, and doing the basics right, defending set plays, ruthless every week, ruthless in both boxes. I don't think we were that on the Saturday, and it was disappointing for us, but the players are disappointed as well. They know they're well better and they're more capable of putting on a better performance than that, and that's the thing. The games are coming thick and fast now. We've got a time to turn things around tomorrow night, and it's a big one for us, as every game is.
It was a different shape from the previous week. What was the thinking behind that?
Yeah, there's a lot of thought goes into the shape for every single game. We speak about it, myself, David, Holty and Liam, for instance. We all speak about it, and there was areas within Cove's team that we thought we could exploit with that shape, but at the end of the day there was times we get in down the right hand side with Cal getting in behind and stuff with two strikers up front, but at the end of the day it needs to be a base of hard work, and we looked as if we didn't work hard enough. So to work to a shape you need to work hard. First and foremost you need to work hard for the shape to work, so that was the kind of thinking behind it. But at the end of the day it's every game as it comes, there's different shapes we could use for different games, so that's the thought behind it.
And so bearing all that in mind, what is the plan going into the game tomorrow?
Yeah, again we've looked at areas we feel we can exploit. Peterhead can up there, so we've set up in a shape, looking at different things. Liam Corr, Holty, myself and David, I've looked at different aspects of that and through the analysis with the team, worked on a few things in training today, spoke about a few things yesterday, and we're just looking to implement our game style on them, on Peterhead, and obviously look for the 3 points. But at the end of the day that starts with hard work. First and foremost it's a base of hard work, and that should be a given every time a Falkirk player puts on a Falkirk jersey. Simple as that. Hard work, and then we'll see what happens from that, and the shape and the tactics and different things will come into play after that.
So there's big disappointment from the fans and everyone within the club after losing on Saturday. Is there a message you'd like to get across to the supporters? Yeah,
obviously David and I are hurting just as much as the fans, because we know, people know how much this club means to us, David and myself. We're doing everything behind the scenes. We're preparing the players right. We're doing everything in terms of game shape, keep knowledge of our team, and it wasn't good enough. It wasn't good enough. There needs to be an honesty there with the players, and I think they've come out and we've spoke about that. We've spoke about it wasn't acceptable, and obviously because it's against Cove, our main rivals up there, it's going to hurt even more. You know, we say it in football, and it's not something you like to say, but there's a way to lose, if anything, and that wasn't the right way to lose, and the players accept that. The players know that. We could beat against Airdrie, but everyone worked their socks off. You couldn't fault anybody in terms of their work rate, and as long as we're getting 100% work rate, we should take care of the rest with our quality, and the players haven't shown their quality. Their decision making, the final third hasn't been good enough. It wasn't good enough on Saturday, and they know that themselves. They've got to be honest with themselves and look themselves in the mirror, and we'll hopefully turn that around tomorrow.
And I think obviously over the last few weeks there's been some injury problems, and how are the squad looking for tomorrow? Can you give us any updates on them?
Like you say, there has been injury problems. A lot of teams have been in the same boat as us, but they're big players. They're big players for us. Paul Dixon, we've got Ben Hall, Charlie Telfer, Anton Dowds, all kind of first team starters. You know, Charlie Telfer is an unfortunate one as well. So these are players that have contributed so much recently. Then you go back, obviously Sean Kelly just coming back, and Aidan Conley, who's been out for a large spell. So these are big players for us, but it gives other players an opportunity to grab the limelight. If anything, shows what you can do. Because we've always said it from the start, when you're going to need a squad. If you're going to win a league, it's not an easy thing to go and win a league. If you're going to win a league, you need a squad, and everybody needs to be contributing, whether you're up the stand, whether you're on the bench, whether you come on, whether you're starting. You have to be able to affect the game. We've said that since day one, since we came in, and I think everybody's doing that, even the injured ones just now. It's about encouragement, it's about game knowledge, it's talking to players, it's making sure everybody's 100% focused on inevitably what we're looking to do is win 3 points on Saturday to take us where we want to go.
And just running quickly through that list of injured players, can you go into a bit more detail about when we can expect to see them back? Yeah,
well, Charlie had a setback. He had a reaction to his previous ankle injury, so we're waiting to get him scanned, and we're hoping fingers crossed that he'll be on the training pitch maybe within the week, 2 weeks. We just need to wait and see what the specialists say back to that. Paul Dixon, we're waiting him getting a scan on his knee injury. We'll take it from there. Once we know the outcome of that, then Rachel, our physio, will set a plan in place for him to get back on the pitch. Ben Hall, we're also waiting for a scan for Ben on his ankle that he damaged. So he's probably another 2 weeks as well, I would say, if not longer. Anton is making progress to get back on the training pitch, hopefully, fingers crossed, next week. But we just need to wait and see what comes back and how he reacts to different movements and things. Aidan Conley had a minor setback as well. We don't know how long he's going to be. He's in an unfortunate time. He's been back, and then he's had a few setbacks here and there. So I feel for the wee man, because he's been great. He's still been great around about the dressing room and keeping the boys going and stuff. And it's been a hard time for him. It's been a hard time, but that happens in football. It's something you need to get on with, you need to deal with, and you need to be mentally strong about it. And lastly, obviously Sean Kelly, he comes back into the frame, having trained a few days, and he'll be in the squad for tomorrow. So he's progressing really well, and it's a good addition, experience back into the team.